On this exact day, Lazy Girl ran into the house with the invitations in her hand.
The ball invitations have arrived now! Sister, come here!
Her diligent sister was also very happy about this. Both of them started to get ready right away. The diligent girl got dressed in the dress that she sewed all by herself. Lazy Girl, however, didn't like any of the dresses she tried on.
Why don't I have a fluffy pink dress to wear? Oh, goodness!
Her sister hurriedly got her out of the house so that they wouldn't have delays and be late for the ball. And when they finally arrived at the fancy ballroom, the lights and music wowed them, and they chatted to the beautifully dressed people. The diligent girl got carried away by the music and started dancing. In contrast, Lazy Girl was standing in the corner complaining and grumbling just because she didn't like the dress she was wearing. Suddenly, a golden key that was shining on the ground caught her eye. She put the key in her pocket and started wandering around the palace without being seen by anyone around. Then, in one of the dozens of rooms, she found a chest, and she excitedly put the key in the lock. But the key didn't want to turn. So then next, she tried her luck at a pretty jukebox. But the key didn't work in its lock either. But then, the last thing she noticed was the shabby wardrobe behind her.
Ugh, what will I even find in this dirty wardrobe? Perhaps a mouse will come out of it.
Lazy Girl put the key she found in the hole, and the key magically opened the doors of the wardrobe right away. Lazy Girl put her hand into the wardrobe and started to grabble curiously. There's nothing in here, just as I expected. But then, she held a wonderful dress in her hand. Very surprised, she searched the inside of the wardrobe once again. This time, she took out a purple skirt. Even though the wardrobe seemed quite empty, new clothes kept on magically appearing every time the Lazy Girl put her hands inside.
I can't believe it! This wardrobe is magical!
And while she was constantly pulling out new clothes, the door suddenly opened. It was the diligent girl. What are you doing here? What are all these clothes?
Well, it's an endless wardrobe. If I take a few clothing items, I'm sure no one will notice, right?
But these don't belong to you. You can't steal.
But the Lazy Girl just continued to go into the wardrobe with a greedy attitude as she wanted to find a pink fluffy dress. But at that moment, the big clock in the room rang. Dong! And then the door of the magic wardrobe simply closed, also capturing the Lazy Girl inside. "Help me!" cried the Lazy Girl. Then her sister tried her best to open the wardrobe in panic.
Please, sister, can you please save me? It's very dark in here and completely empty.
While the diligent girl was hurriedly turning the lock, something happened. Snap! The key broke inside. What now?" said Diligent Girl. This time, she put her hands between the doors and tried to open the wardrobe with all the strength she could muster. Then after a while, the wardrobe doors finally opened, and the Lazy Girl came out of the wardrobe that she had been stuck inside. Without even looking back for 1 second, the sisters walked away from the wardrobe, and they left the palace. And then from that day on, the Lazy Girl promised to never be greedy again. And she promised never to take anyone's belongings without getting their permission first.